Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I made it. I made it. Come here, microphone. I made it. Oh my god, it's time to try hard. It's Tuesday, my dude's day. Let me tell you a little bit about a riddle. I have a riddle for you. I have a riddle. Suppose you're at the gym. Okay? Suppose you're at the gym, and what you want to do is use one of the cardiovascular fitness machines. There's a lady. And what she's done, she has a mat next to said cardiovascular machine. She's put all her stuff on it, but she's not using it. She's on the ground doing, I don't know, push-ups, sit-ups, whatever the heck. How long is she allowed to leave her stuff at that elliptical before someone such as, I don't know, let's pick someone at random, such as me, just says, excuse me, I need to move your stuff so I can use this elliptical? How long is she allowed to do that? How long is she allowed to do that? Because, like, I feel like if you're taking a few minutes off from a machine, that makes sense, right? Sometimes you're on the elliptical for a little bit, you just stop, you need some water. Okay, back on it. Back on it. What happened is I went up to her and I said, hey, is it interesting you can move your stuff and you use the elliptical? And she went, oh, I'm about to use it. And I realized there was a juncture here. I realized there was a juncture because you realize there's this way that said lady is speaking, which is, oh, there's this schedule that I'm not in charge of that's just gonna happen. I'm gonna use that in a few minutes. That can't be helped. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So the riddle is, what do you do when I say, hey, can you move your stuff? I want to use the elliptical. And she goes, ooh, I'm about to use it. What do you do? What do you do? Because I realized what I could have done is gone, lady, you haven't used the damn thing in 20 minutes, okay? I'm getting on it. Like, DMC Redgrave says you do nothing because it's not worth it. That's what I did. That's what I did. I just thought, you know what? I'll go live 15 minutes late. I'll stay live 15 minutes later. It's not a big deal. So I just went, I'll wait. And then I just kind of walked around for 35 minutes and 43 seconds. And I know that because when I got on the elliptical after she was done, that's how long it took. She said she'd be off in 20 minutes. And I was like, all right, I can wait 20 minutes. And it took her closer to 40, but you know. It's weird, right? It's weird as a pickles. That's why we're late today. That's why we're late. It's because I scheduled things to be good, to be all right, and then it didn't pan out all right. Let me show you something. I'm just 6 wins away, and I really want the Fiddlytron deck to work. It now has Pelakka Wurms. We're just gonna smash our head against this ranked thing till we hit it. This is my favorite deck that I have played in a while. It's not as good, even remotely, as mid-range Esper and other things. It's not nearly as good. But boy, do I love doing it. Deck list should be up and running. All A, all okay. Opponent goes first. This I think we're going to keep this. These 5 together are quite powerful. Ooh, mono white. I don't really know how this one works. That is such a good draw. Now, eventually the Arboreal Grazer is going to be able to block the Healer's Hawk. You say, Tron, one more day yesterday? I did. As it turns out, I'm a liar pants. Alright, we're gonna do like this. Oh, shit. I did it in the wrong order. I wasn't supposed to play that. I was supposed to wait a turn. I fucked up. I fucked up so bad. Oh my god, I fucked up so bad. I was in the middle of thinking, boy, I sure do need a knife to cut my chicken. This is bad. This is really bad. It's okay, we have the Arboreal Chumper that's going to be chumping soon. Hello, my friend. Gosh, we could have had so much more down, but that's fine. So, I mean, we have some pretty clear maneuvers that we're going to be doing. But let's do some counting, shall we? Yeah, that's right. So I think we just block like this. And that's that, right? We accept the 6, 7, 8 damage. We're down to 6. Now we have some damn choices. Okay, so if I were to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with Nissa, that would give us 6 more mana, and we could get Ugin out. And then we'd be getting hit for... I can also just Pelakka Wurm right now, but that won't stop this. So if I, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't quite Nissa Pelakka Wurm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 mana. I think we just do a good old-fashioned Pelakka Pal. I think we do good old-fashioned Pelakka Pal. I think so. Maybe I did need to nuke this. Oh, I think that's the mistake that I miscounted. I needed to nuke this. So that way the city's blessing wouldn't pop off. Dang. We have makey to mistakey. One, two, three, four, five, 6. Do I actually have to race? Yeah, I think I made the mistake by not Ugining and nuking this guy. I could also have double blocked the Pride Mate, but the Pride Mate's not actually the problem. It's these Floyer guys that's the problem. That is the problem. Frack. I think we just can't win in the skies. I was so focused on this that I didn't nuke that guy. Ah, damn. Doesn't do much for us. Did I mess this up? I think this was right. Some people have been having some weird issues with the stream since we went live. So if there's issues, just, let us know. We may win this yet.
This is not my understanding.
We're pretty dead. I messed up that one turn. Messed up that one turn. Fuck. That's fine. That's fine. It's our first whiff. First game. All good. I'm just gonna get a knife. Beep boop. That was an interesting game, albeit a slightly frustrating one, where the big scary Pride Mate appeared to be the thing that we were worried about, right? It appeared to be the largest threat on the battlefield. How do we deal with that? How do we get that one out of the way? But really, it was the flappers, the flyers. What a beautiful hand. And there was that one turn we messed up with the Arboreal Grazer where everything got one turn behind. Lord's Water says, have you thought about using Blast Zone? Oh, I love Blast Zone. What about it? What about Blast Zone? Attack. So this is a Rakdos Guildgate, so I guess it's a Gator deck? What says Blast Zone works really well. No, I mean, like, I have two in the deck. That's I guess my question is, I was just a little confused as to what you meant by that. And it's one of those, why not Blast Zone? I'm like, I love Blast Zone. I love it and I use it, and it's in it, and we're using it. Now, if the question is, why didn't you draw Blast Zone? Then I think, you know, I'm trying my hardest. That's a nice one. Okay.
Power surges through these lands. The land shall conquer you.
Charge in with this. Donk. Play that. Get out of here. Arch. I think it's just Arch Forest.
Together, we will prevail.
Already have the Blast Zone. Already have it.
We will not fail. Nature's true power.
That's so good. Alright, let's see here. What was the question? Malay Fro says, I don't quite get how Blast Zone is really good. Is it because it's a sweeper plus mana sink? It's really interesting why it's good. At the core of this deck, we are mono green and artifacts. So we only have access to the green tool set. So typically, there are tool sets that exist in other colors, such as Blast Zone, which any color has access to, that kind of does what other colors do, but shittily. So for instance, this can kill a bunch of stuff. It's very good as a sweeper. Does green have sweepers? No. Not at all. And so for that reason, it's kind of like, well, yeah, no, this is actually pretty tight, right? We can have access to some sweepery removal. without even having any sweepers, or without even green having good sweepers. So it's kind of hedging against one of the weaknesses of green. That's about it. Also, I'm the best. Oh my god, excuse me, I'm the second best. We got Doom Kitty in the chat. Oh my god, the Doomest Kittiest. My dude. It is going quite well. We're playing the jankest deck. Oh my god, it's a big pile of cards. May as well have gone to a napkin junkyard, scooped out 60 pieces, and sat down to play Magic the Gathering with them. This deck is just a pile of cards, and I love it so much! Yeah, I went to college with Doom Kitty. So. Hi! This is such a risky keep, but I want to keep it. I'm keeping it, man. I'm made out of balls. He said with his voice crackling, I'm made of balls. This is actually the worst possible outcome. The worst outcome being up against mono red. And then it's just like, shock, diagonal monkey. Oh! Did I ever say that I'm not lucky? Did I ever say I'm not lucky? I don't think I said that. No blocks. Going to 17. Alright. Oh! It's America's pal, the Pelakka pal. Can't tell if that's really good or really bad for us. I think it's really good. Maybe it's really bad. That looks like a ridiculous block, but these often become 2/2s. So I'm comparing a 2/1 versus a future 2/2. For instance, see here. If I can get to Nissa. Alright, I mean, I sure look like a dead person.
I will defend my allies. Stand.
I think I'm going to just get the Navigator's Compass. As pathetic a play as that is. It's Vwen with the daily 5, staying alive. Vwen. Hi, Vwen. Who's now gifted 345 subs, which as Vwen points out, is 69 times 5.
I will return.
Okay, how the hell do we do this? I mean, I guess it's this.
Witness the ties that bind us all. Harness the elements.
Now, if I trade... I have to block like this to not die, because I'll go down to 4. But if I Navigator's Compass like this, this means I don't have to let this one die. And we can live through just the board, but if this is one of those red decks that has burn... It was not a good keep. Can I just admit that to myself? That was not a good keep. That was just a I hope I'm not against red keep. That's what it was. Alright, let's start becoming an adult mulliganer, huh? Some point in the future. Alright. That's a better one. Alright, we're seeing a little Rakdos, Cackledos. Nix Tempestas is Grixis. Probably gonna say see you later to the Jadelight Ranger. If we can get Karn the Great Creator down to get some Sorcerous Spyglass, that's gonna be pretty good. Well, that's all good. Let's go ahead and play the beater first. That's going to go to the grave since we're starting to ramp on up. Perfect. We love second lands here because then we can get a Wayward S-Word going. This matchup feels really weird. Every matchup with this deck feels weird. Can we agree to that? This is just a weird deck that does weird things. Narset Parser first. It's Cry of the Carnarium. Okay, feels good. Might as well play this. Alright, so we're gonna cry a little next turn. That's alright.
Such violence is upsetting.
Such violence is upsetting. Meh. Ah. Discovery, okay. Yeah, I mean, what makes this deck so weird is that, like, when you get there so huge, you just crush. And when you don't get there, you lose so bad. Any permanent lets us activate the city's blessing, at which point Nyx Tempest is going to be ruinated. Okay, so what I have to do a weird play. I have to do this. And then I have to minus, and I have to get something that costs 1. Is this the only thing I own that costs 1 in the sideboard? Is that right? Yeah, I think it's just the Navigator's Compass, which is pretty not spectacular. But I need to get the city's blessing, because then I can really begin to win the game. Because now Nyx Tempest is in a bit of a pickle. Yes! Nyx Tempest can cry the Carnarium, killing these. Doesn't seem to have the mana for it, but in theory, let's assume that is, can eliminate these, which basically takes up the whole turn. So this is my justification for going for the Navigator's Compass. Nyx Tempest appears to be in an uncomfortable situation. Sure. All right, how do we do?
My ally is counting on me.
I think I just get the Arcane Encyclopedia, you know. In Transmogrifying Wand. Now, this is the smart play. What we do is we get the God-Pharaoh statue. We play this out. And then we swing out with both of these. That's the play. Oh wait, I could have just made this into a 1/1 and swung with the T. No, then this would have blocked. That's fine. So this is going to deal 1 damage a turn. So I think this was the right play. I think this was the right play. I think that was the right play. I mean, it's the best play I could see. Oh, thanks, Ghost Stalker. So this is a bad hand. We're gonna mulligan it. I might actually want to cut just 1 Pelakka Wurm. I think we don't actually need all those Pelakka Wurms. That's actually a pretty dang good draw. A few games away from hitting Mythic with some... Wow, we are so lucky. We know a lot about this red player's hand. There's the tweet. Thanks for the reminder. Ghost Stalker, you were just You're just fantastic, Ghost Stalker. Just up and down, top to bottom. You're so great, Ghost Stalker. You just helped me so much. So much, my God. I'm so grateful. So, by the way, the fact that our opponent didn't play anything on the first few turns is extremely significant. Why? Look at our Dynapal being so robust. What a good dinosaur. Alright, so this should be relatively easy to win.
I protect that. It cannot protect itself.
Let's untap this one.
Rise, my elemental friend.
So I am going to attack with this. Kralazek could have a Wizard's Lightning to nuke the forest, and that's fine. Yeah. Beautiful. Healing us up. Healing us up. Now, all of these could go into Nissa, who shakes the world, which would be great. Yeah, look at this. We're at 16 health, everyone. 16.
I am in need.
16, ladies and gentlemen.
Through this land, we are all connected. The land shall conquer you.
Here's a question. Do I want to play the Incubation Druid? I actually just don't want this to get attacked. I'd rather chump with this, I think. Guess not. I don't like the Diamond Mares in the side of this deck at all. I really, really don't. I think we can free that up.
I will endure. I can help you no longer.
Hanging out at 16 feels nice. Feels nice. So if I swing with this, are we scared that much about a double block? I don't think so. We're going to need to get some mana. Okay. Yeah. Jesus, come on. Come on, game. Thank you. I'm just going to do this turn and get this out of the way.
Determine the course of history. My greed is my mission.
Feels good. Hey, Desper. Cold says, hey, new follower, just got back into Magic lately. I was wondering if you ever played Force of Will before. I own some OG Force of Wills. At least I did when I was a child. I have no idea what my dear mother did with all those. Whether she, like, dumped them or sold them. But, yeah. Force of Will is a card that lets you counter a spell that you can discard a blue card instead of paying the casting cost. It's ridiculous. Alright, who's ready for a bunch of Incubation Druid fun? I'm ready to get that mana, baby. Karkia says, I think you meant Force of Will, the card game, not the card. Oh, had no idea that was a card game. Nope, never played it. Fuck. Toot. Boot to boot. Boot do. No. Ah. I think of no better way to spend my afternoon than by getting out a Meteor Golem. Couldn't it have... Whatever. Whatever. What frickin' ever, you know? It's really insanely good. Yeah. Yeah. Karn +1 on the helmet. If the helmet becomes a creature, it just falls right off. So I did not even look at that line. Here's the thing. I actually don't think we need 3 Pelakka Wurms. I think 3 is a little bit much, and we definitely are lacking in this spot. What about another Jadelight Ranger? That actually feels just right. Also, in the sideboard, these Diamond Mares are just garbage. I'm going to go back to the old Fountain of Renewal. Let's go to the deck paste. Arwood says, okay, I come back from vacation and Sean is tryharding with a Helm of the Host on Incubation Druid. What's happening? It's so good. So this is a bad hand. My opponent's going first. I'm gonna sneak keep. Try to go deep with the Incubation Pals. God, I always get there, don't I? It's just incredible. I think I want this one out a little earlier. Alright, I did it. Blocked it. Bang. Sometimes it's hard to believe how damn lucky your pal Day 9 is. It's just hard to believe. Like, what a hand. I mean, this hand was, I think, pretty average, but 2 lands off the top made this just an out-of-control good hand. I don't need the Incubation Druid down. I think it's better just to have the more threatening blocker than an 05. Or an 03, excuse me.
underestimate my fortitude.
Alright. Blocking that. Alright, you got it. Don't quite have enough mana to explode that, huh? I think this seems like the best line is to get the proliferate off.
Rise, my elemental friend.
Right, this seems pretty... And I do want that to proliferate. Attacking with both of these is fine. A double block, we would just kill the Benalish Marshal. This would lose the +1/+1 and then immediately die. So that's a good attack. Our opponent might even just mess up. No. So this particular situation says you must have a second Benalish Marshal to get into a really dangerous position. This is a bit of a pickle. What do I do about this? It was all I got. Is this and pass. I think it's just this and pass. This gives us the option to either proliferate or blast zone on attack. So if there's another unbreakable formation, in response we blast zone. Okay. It's a fairly good draw. It's not the worst, though. Okay. Extraordinarily good for us. running a bit low on lands, though. Well, I'm getting out of this game. Getting out of that one. That was a tricky one. Tricky pickle, indeed. A few more lands, and I think it would have been in grand old shape. I'm pretty happy with our cut of a Pelakka Wurm and our addition of another Jadelight Ranger for that reason. That's pretty good. Alright. Bonk. Okay. I think this is right. Yeah, I mean, Blast Zone just blows this deck out, like, really, really, really hard. The fact that it's a turn 3 Curious Obsession is very, very helpful for us. Our opponent might be tempted to respond to that, yeah. This will probably get countered.
I am ancient.
That's fine.
The ether itself serves me.
This man is frightened by Ugin.
Quest is futile.
Okay, alright. Very good. It's okay by me.
Secrets manifest before you.
Just gonna build this board, man. I think the best way to beat Mono Blue is just to beat the shit out of him, right? Let's do library, library. Going in. So our opponent's in a pickle. In theory, what Dreduli could do is hit us in the face, bring us to 5, setting Dreduli up to win next turn. If Dreduli doesn't do this, so now Dreduli can't really win next turn. Alright, so let's play Karn the Great Creator. That'll probably get Wizards retorted. What's the best way to go about this, huh? This is a wizard, that's a wizard. Ugin's at 3. So we're gonna Karn this.
Evil must not be tolerated.
Whoa.
I will not stop.
I actually think I just get some life gain here, even though it's a very sad play. Yeah. Very straightforward play. Gain 3 life. Destroy this one. Right? You got it. All right. Good. Trade of Jesus, what's the reason for not trying to destroy the unblockable target? Okay, which is the unblockable? Oh, this thing? Because I'm trying to kill him. I don't care if he draws 2 cards a turn. Like, I don't give a shit at all. Like, look at the mess that I have created for my opponent. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to force this game to be about my opponent on the defensive. My opponent's going to be swinging with this every turn and drawing 2 cards. What are they going to be? A bunch of counterspells. A bunch of nonsense like that. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to target these things, force my opponent to be like, oh shit, and try to like get as much defense up as possible. I get the Navigator's Compass to let me stay alive a little bit longer. And that's how we get that win, yeah. Demon says, if you consider Bond of Flourishing, we had 2 in here. I even had 3 for a while. I was just finding it wasn't doing anything versus a lot of matchups. So I got the Pelakka Wurms in to be more stable against mono red. I'm addicted to forests, man. I love forests. Give me those forests. Sly Sea Urchin says, saw the Stomp Green stream, heard you mention the shoulder pinches. If you like Google, or if you'd like to, Google impingement syndrome. Fairly common but problematic if disregarded. Anyways, hope the shoulder healthy. Cheers. I assume you meant hope the shoulder feels healthy. Cheers. Which I think is a fair assumption on my part. Come on, let's hit Mythic with just mono green plus artifacts. Finally! I'd want it so bad. I'm doing this order because if I draw land, I just turn 3 Nissa. If not, like if my elf gets destroyed, I can just like Jadelight Ranger and draw 2 lands and play them both with the Wayward Swordtooth. So we could play Ugin here. Or not Ugin, excuse me. Karn. I still think it's probably better to just play this sort of card. Because for one, it could get absorbed, which I think is what is plausibly happening right now. For two, it's a threat on the board. Could just be a Moment of Craving or a Mortify. Either of those is fine. The perfect outcome. The perfect outcome. I missed the mouth. I'd rather this one be countered. Good. That's out of the way. How many are in the bin? 4? 5 now? I think we might have to just sack a turn and blow this. 5, untap. Nah, not quite enough. We need to draw another land. Tefewi, Time Wawawa. I mean, I guess.
Let's try this.
Alright, well, our opponent hath make it a mistake. 1, 2. Let's count. We have 6. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, rats. It looks like we're not going to be able to kill Teferi Time Reveler. But, yeah, what are you going to do? Trying to order this correctly, everyone.
Nature's true power.
This is 4, and 3 is 7, and this is 8, so this is 9, so this will not give us the thing. Prepare to be bonked. And bonked you shall be. Alright, so a lot of people have been asking about the Sorcerous Spyglass. So this has some really specific wording. I look at the hand and choose a name. Activated abilities of sources with the chosen name can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. So basically, perfect. The best possible outcome.
Here goes nothing.
So you can't deactivate this mana ability of Viscanta the Sunken Ruin, but you could deactivate that second one. So let's go ahead and hurt our opponent by doing this. Bring this out. And then let's do this to first see what we're dealing with. Cry the Carnarium and cast down. Good. Go ahead and get the Hero of Dominaria out since I can just blow that guy up right now. So let's kill this. Alright.
I suppose that's how it was meant.
And the best way to close out this game. 7 in there. This is just way too punishing to not do. I know I didn't blow up the Azcanta, but that's okay, because I can Sorcerous Spyglass and nab it again. Can Force be cast down? You bet your butt it can. I don't want to bet my butt! I don't want to bet the butt! I think I do want a Crucible of Worlds back in this pupper. Because like a Crucible to be able to play all these like dead forests could be nice.
Some solutions must be built.
Isn't this nice?
The land fights for us.
I thought I tapped it. Whatever. Pelakka pal. Yep, spend that mana. Could spend the 4 mana to nuke the Pelakka Wurm, which would be tight. Here goes all the mana. All the mana. That is, all of the opponent's mana. Hit next at the wrong time. Isn't that sad? Now, Turgan says, could have made the statued creature and bonk from the face for 6 free damage. Incorrect. This is a cast down, and this is a legendary, so we could have hit it for 6 and dealt damage. I don't know, I look like a fucking clown. Let me tell you something. It's a brand new card, and it's legendary, and I've learned that today. Oh, it's so funny. Excuse me, we could not have done that. We absolutely fucking very could have done it. You know what? So much so that I'm not going to do it here. Because he's going to get a brass, because I don't want to deal with that.
Harness the elements.
God, that's so fucking funny, man. Oh my god. Actually, you can, because if you read the text, we can do that. If you had just taken a moment to read the text, you would discover that that's a play that we can clearly do. Oh, man. We learned that yesterday, too, though, when we got both of them. It's actually... By the way, did you see me just play around the Vraska's Contempt on the Pharaoh statue? I always forget that this is destroy target non-legendary. Is this lethal? Oh my god!
Awaken.
The land shall conquer you.
We did it. We did it. Yep. Oh, 3 wins away. And we'll never play Tron again. Oh, I'm so excited. Give me that. I'm so excited. Oh, Crucible and sideboard? I don't know if I necessarily want to do that yet. I don't know about it. I'm gonna ditch this. It's better. I think it's acceptable. I don't think I want a second Incubation Buddy. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about Incubation Druids versus Paradise Druids. I think Incubation Druids are better, though. What do we want out of Karn the Great Creator? King Tiberius says, do you really enjoy this deck, or are you just playing it to climb? I really enjoy this deck. I really enjoy this deck. Really. It's actually kind of ridiculous, the degree to which this deck makes me happy. Like, Like, I adore this deck. It's certainly worse than other decks for climbing. Like, mid-range Esper is way better than this deck. Don't hate, incubate. Ugh. I think the Pelakka Pal is really our ticket to winning it. So I think in order to be a responsible bear, I'm just going to play this Llanowar Elfie. We're going to have to accept some pain here. We're going to go to 9, and then we're going to go real low. That card in the hand is scary. Somebody falls for it. Ha 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 ha. Ah! Yeah. Whoa! Oh shit! 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. If I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only have 4 mana left over. Do it like this.
I will protect the virtue of this world. Behold, nature's true power.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't attack. I think I'm a chumpy boy. Let's just wait and see what our opponent does. Well, I think that we have lost, but just to double check, I'm gonna block here, I'm gonna block here, and we're just gonna let the math be what the math be. It was enough. What do you know? Our opponent, a known researcher, went into the think tank and identified the way to win. Pain. Here's the question of how I feel against Don't Thought Erasure me. Both Nissa and Karn are big threats for... Oh, baby, we're gonna get some Sorcerous Spyglass to end this game. There's a reason I run 3 copies of Sorcerous Spyglass. Kaya. Alright.
There are greater battles to fight.
See you later, Karnaroni. Alright, let's peek. Teferi, hero of Dominaria. This is a pretty good situation for us to be in. sweetie pie. Biogenic Ooze is an interesting option for us. Ooh, that's a nice one. Alright. Hey, do you want to just hang out in the lap? You can do that. Hey, sweetheart. Yeah, I'll use that to dig next turn. I'm going to get this down so that way I can pop it in a turn. Whoa, Despy. Get off the mouse, honey. Come on, little kitten. Yep. Here, let me move over these keys. Here, I'm going to scoot you just a little bit, okay? There you go. Do you think you are positive against Esper with this deck? I really have no idea. I mean, like, I like super duper don't know. Hey, gotta move at least a little bit, honey. Yeah, it's a good cat. I mean, it's really hard to say because, like, I either just, like, outright win the game immediately, or I'm dead. I think that this is equivalent to drawing with the amount of mana that I do have. And I want to pump another charge up on the blast zone. Oh, yeah, library. Library. Oh, that's a nice draw. Hero of Precinct 1. Okay. That is 2, huh? Oops, I should have put charges on there, huh? Actually, I want to do this.
Power surges through these lands. Rise, my elemental friend.
Because, like, against Esper, I can just, like, destroy sometimes. And other times, I just get destroyed, and I've never had, like, a close game with Esper. I've either been... It's been a landslide in one of two directions, man. Oh my god. Cast a Fairy, Hero of Dominaria, just to be able to generate a 1/1 token. I think the Arch of Orazca is a good addition to this deck. Cap, I'm gonna need you to scoot just a little bit. Just a little bit. There you go. Proliferate is pretty good in this spot. Proliferate's pretty good in this spot. Proliferate's pretty good in this spot. Vargas, do you have any plans to create something with similar feel, like Fun Day Monday? It used to brighten my days. Indeed, I'm actually currently doing a show called What the Deck. It's on noon at Mondays. The next episode is Monday, May 20th, where I will be playing against Professor Knox, where I will have you submit to us decks under the following constraints. I must have 4 Revel in Riches in my deck submission, or you may submit to Nox. He must have 4 Simic Ascendancies. Each of these decks is focused on alternate win conditions. I feel like I just saw this hand. Alright, this hand, like, actually sucks. Like, just mulligan this hand. See, here's an example of a Esper deck that's going to just Rumple-Bump us. I will suffer from the Rumple-Bump.
Just the trick for this.
I mean, I guess this, huh? I mean, I guess this. Alright, so this is like the Mega Planeswalker deck that just has everything. And you know, I mean, I actually think that the correct choice is actually this Meteor friend, Meteor Golem. It's not Sorcerous Spyglass, because this deck runs like 6 different Planeswalkers. You splash as red for Sarkhan. So what I really need to do is have the capability of just nuking stuff.
Join my cause. Let's get started. That bind us all. Rise, my elemental friend.
Yeah, I mean, killing these is fine.
I will not need another friend.
I'm gonna set up the combo. And we're gonna have a lot of mana with which we can Ugin. Prevent all non-combat damage that would do that. Okay. Not a lot of excellent choices for Teferi. That is absolutely fine by me. Lord City says, good evening, day 9 from Denmark again, using you as excellent entertainment while I'm dodging my exam paper. That is what I am talking about. Artifacts, instant sorcery spells. None of those particularly affect us, right?
Every day is a new lesson.
Okay. Alright, so we just basically want all forests out. Because this is just a shitload of mana. So we're going to do this, and then we're going to do this.
The land shall conquer you.
So, and then we're going to use this extra mana to cast this. Which is great.
I came into being long before your kind ever existed.
And then I'm going to attack one of these guys. This doesn't matter to us. This doesn't matter that much. I think it's just a Wanderer. I think it's just a Wanderer. Because this is spells your opponent casts, the target creature planeswalker. This is not a spell that targets it. When it enters the battlefield, there's a new trigger that targets it. So I'm just going to go ahead and target Narset. Who has a plus? You know what? It's probably this. It's probably the most annoying. Yep. Let's get that one out. Bonk. Okay, so now we're going to Meteor Golem something. I'm not entirely sure what it is I want to Meteor Golem. Maybe this, just because it makes things a pinch more expensive. That's probably right.
These results are an anomaly, not to be repeated.
Okay.
Evil cannot withstand a righteous army.
mean, if I can just Helm the Meteor Golem, that, I mean, things start to really end.
I've got time.
You know, I might Sorcerous Spyglass and play Sarkhan. Or, and use Sarkhan. That's actually what I think I'm going to do. Okay, what's going on now, huh? What's going on? I'm a little alarmed. Okay. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to play Karn's Bastion. I'm going to proliferate. We're going to put it on everything. Alright, we submit 4. Then we're going to minus, and we're going to get a Sorcerous Spyglass, because I'm very suspicious of our opponent right now. That's a weird turn to not do anything. And I'm going to name Sarkhan Big Dragon Guy. There's a Cleansing Nova. There's a Spark Double, another Narset, another Kamina, a Callous Dismissal. Guys, what's the name of Sarkhan? Is it Sarkhan Dragon Soul? Sarkhan the Masterless. Ah, there he is.
Be gone, interloper.
Okay, so I'm not going to use this yet. Get rid of this. I mean, we can get Cleansing Nova here. It's okay.
Pray we never meet again.
+1, submit nothing. We don't want to do that because our opponent can Cleansing Nova at instant speed.
Harness the elements.
Okay. Okay, that was a good turn. Destroy all artifacts and enchantments. Very interesting. Forgot about the artifacts. Our opponent is in a very, very dire thing.
I have practiced against many poisons with thoughtfulness before
Super dire
action.
spots. Can't do anything with this now. It's all fine. Boy, do I want to slam that down. You, and then you. 3, 4, 5. It's me, Nissa!
Take shelter in my stewardship. The land fights for us.
Alright, let me just get some bookkeeping out of the way. Blast Zone's extremely good. Don't need to submit nothing for that.
Oh, say hello to my little friend.
I'm gonna nuke Narset. Gosh darns it.
I won't forget our time together.
You know, Pelakka Wurm would be very nice to play after a turn. See, there's a small mistake that I keep making, which is I keep thinking to myself, man, I'm going to make sure I have enough mana open for this thing. And then when I'm there, I'm like, but wait, I don't want mana open for that. So I wish I'd not tapped this Karn's Bastion, because that would have just made for a better everything. I think I'm going to proliferate again to... Is proliferating good here?
Be wary of the ground you walk on.
Yeah, it seems pretty good. I'm gonna let any of this nonsense stay alive.
It is I who has learned a lesson.
I'm gonna take a little bit of a wee risk and just play the PelakkaTron. We still have Crucible on the sideboard. We do not, and I don't think it would be particularly helpful for us. Hey, sweetheart. I'm sorry. I'm like super sorry.
Ether itself.
Allow me to introduce you to a friend of mine.
I actually could have minused. Fibble Thib the Lost. I love it. Hey, sweetie pie. How are you? I'm scooting you strategically. Because you're kind of a little pain.
We are the future.
So now this actually seems like a good turn to maybe Sorcerous Spyglass or some such thing. Doesn't look like there's enough opportunity to do that, though. So we have some choices. I think it's just stashy time.
My mission.
Magistrate Scepter to start taking extra turns is pretty good. Just a good old basic God-Pharaoh statue. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna make everything enormous.
Life cannot be denied.
So now all my lands are indestructible, which is nice. Now I'm gonna have a lot of mana. I'm gonna go ahead and plus this, because it's not exactly like I need anything else.
Secrets manifest before you.
We just have so much mana right now. There are a lot of big
Return with
planeswalkers.
even more disciples.
This is a weird game. Holy cow. Oh my god, yeah.
I look forward to seeing your mistakes. Perfection is unattainable, so stop trying.
Corruption.
Behold nature's true power.
I'm so good at my job, everyone. I'm actually just the very best. All right, 2 wins away. Let's get it. Let's get it. Oh, that was a... Ooh, I got another Tezzeret. Nice, nice. Guess I'm coffee. I'm actually almost out of coffee, man. I woke up and didn't make enough. Fucking hell. Okay, I have to fix this hotkey. For whatever reason, the hotkey I'm using to mute and unmute myself keeps confirming the mute and then not doing the unmute. I don't know what the hell it is. I'm sad, I'm upset, it's bad, I'm upset. God. Anyways. Any freaking ways. Oh, the AG. No, you didn't embarrass yourself at all, man. I know the deck you're running. At least I think I do. It's the one that has the... Get in there. It's the one that runs the Sarkhan and just turns everything into murder stones that then bludgeon me. I actually found that our match was one of the most interesting ones I've played with this deck. Because let me tell you, my deck, my puppy right here, either collapses horrendously or dominates. It rarely does something interesting. If there's an Ionize, I'm going to be shockaronied. I'm not shocked. What do you know? I also have no idea what our opponent is. It appears to be some sort of is-it control. AJ says, I thought I had you after killing the Helm. I like the way that this deck works because it has that distributed pile of threats. Is this the Ral Infiniballs combo? I mean, if we die here, then we die here. Okay. Who do we appreciate? Negate, negate. Yeah, Helm of the Dominator is a very good card in our sideboard, but we have a lot of ways to win. Big Ral. Big Ral. Big Ral. Big Ral. Ah! Land. Land one time. Let's get that land off the top. Let's get that land. Helm of the Dominator. Did I say Helm of the Dominator? Land. It's Latin. No. More negates. No. Oh, come on. Yeah, alright. So tight. Who do we appreciate?
Rise, my elemental friend.
I'm coming in. Ah! No, my teeth. Nissa, who shakes the world, can just one-shot. It's so good. Papa James says, took a lot of liberties with pronunciation there, Sean. I like to think of myself as a very flexible pronunciator. Well, the land is flipped. Oh, shit. Oh my god, we're so close! I love this deck. I love this deck so much. So much. Bing. Bong.
Be wary of the ground you walk on.
Bang. Fucking really. Well, someone's wearing their anger pants today. Get in there. Alright, we're about to get shot for quite a bit, but not the most. Because right now we can get Expand Exploded for 4. Boy, do I call it. Is that Kansas accent? That's right, I'm from Leawood, Kansas, where actually in the Midwest most people have very neutral accents. But there's still a little bit of a drawl that sneaks on in there every now and again. More or less. You know, I really, it's, as someone from Kansas, I'm sort of fascinated by the fact that, like, you know, in the modern day and age, and for what it's worth, I think this is a good thing. In the modern day and age, there is a lot of questions about, like, how do I actually be nicer to group of person X, right? People from different cultures or ethnicities or sexual orientations, so on and so forth. Oh my god, I'm the best player in this game. Let me do this. Oh, yes. Perfect. But it's still okay to shit on that accent. It's just endlessly interesting. Endlessly fascinating to me. I actually don't know what we do. I mean, I guess it's God-Pharaoh's statue. And also Spyglass. I'm going to do this on this particular turn, even though I don't think this is going to do anything. I just want to see what's here. God Eternal Kefnet. Weird. Okay, so Ral... Oops, no. As Kanta... Sunken Ruin. The next turn, we can get ourselves a Meteor Man and Meteor as fast as we can. Why have two God-Pharaohs if they're legendary? It's redundancy. Because it's such a blowout card. I think it's plausible to cut one. We haven't actually had a lot of issues with redundancy. Yeah, can't use that anymore. It has been named.
Nature's true power.
Yeah, so the way the Spyglass works with this is that first tap effect that says add blue, that can still happen because it's a mana ability. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a non-creature card, put it into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. That is the ability that we are blocking. Lucy Goosey says if you name Search for Azcanta, it does nothing. Yeah, that's correct. Search for Azcanta is one card. Azcanta the Sunken Ruin is another card, even though they're on the other flip side. That's interesting. Good news is that Augur of Bolus caused the other Kefnet to get shuffled, so that's actually quite helpful for us. So we're essentially going to have to just let that resolve, which stinkers a little bit. That helps us some. I think that this is the play.
Spring eternal.
Turn our deck into nothing but good draws against what appears to be a relatively slow and grindy control Izzet deck. That, for what it's worth, is super interesting.
Evil cannot withstand a righteous army.
I'm going to do this now. This is a very good one for our opponent to counter. It's an obvious counter card. And really what we're seeking to do is to try to get to Helm of the Dominator as quickly as humanly possible. Because we can Karn's Bastion. Ooh, that's just such a good draw. Maybe Nissa? Okay.
Do not pity me.
You got it. There's another shock. Gonna go on Nissa. Hurts a bit, but...
The land will not forsake.
So it didn't turn it into a creature. Pretty good. So when the first card you draw each turn, that's right. Does this do anything if it hits us in the face? No? Okay. Alright, so we have a deck full of very gassy draws. We'll be able to put some pain on them, which is very helpful. Yeah, Helm of the Host. Helm of the Host, Helm of the Host, Helm of the Host. I wonder if my opponent's going to try to triple block. By the way, lands you control have indestructible. My world's just getting shaken, baby. For you who don't know, the Helm of the Dominator is an item in Dota 2 that lets you take control of a creep. Hi, Pies. Hey, Deny. Just resubbed through Twitch Prime. Just want to say Vird's really got me through 2 crappy long-term breakups. Things are better now, and I work at AAA game dev. Just want to say thanks. Man, I'm happy to hear that. Not that you went through 2 crappy long-term breakups, but that the videos helped you get through, and also that you're working something that makes you happy. Man, breakups are the shitterest, man. Oh my god. Oh, dude, let me tell you. Got it, man. I think I actually do want to begin chumping now, because like an expansion explosion can just destroy us. Because the thing is that there's a lot of social rules around telling someone you don't like them. You know, like for instance, if you call me and I don't call you back, ever, you know what happens? You kind of have to come to the conclusion, oh, there's this person calling, not calling me back. I guess they're just not that interested in hanging out. And you know what? I am the one that decides when my perception of that person is whatever it is. But with a breakup, it's someone coming to you and you're just like in a great mood. Sean, I need to talk to you. I'm like, sure. By the way, I love you. Sean, I never want to see you again. Oh! Alright, well this is bad. This puts us on the clock, don't it? I think our opponent left one open to see if they could draw a shock, which is a brilliant play. 3 wins off. For instance, most breakups aren't as harsh as never want to see you again. No, let's be honest. Someone you were dating just walked up to you and said, listen, I don't like you. I never want to see you again. That would be so much easier than the way that relationship breakups actually happen, which is this multi-phase. I'm trying to explain to you because, like, I don't fully dislike you, you know, but I do. I think you're great. I just don't like the parts of you that would want to make me want to spend any more time with you, you know, and you're like, okay. Oh, fucking hell. It's awful. It's just the worst, man. Speaking of the worst, it's a bit of a risky keep, but I'm still down to do it. And this other person does this really, like, meandering, circumspect explanation for why they're choosing to break up with you. You walk away and you just have more questions. You just have more, but wait a minute. But wait a goddamn minute. Ooh. Graveyard. Alright, I'm pretty sure we got land here somewhere. Alright. I'm not gonna subject myself to that. Sarah says, I mean, it isn't really that uncommon for people to just not be in love anymore, or ever, but not be resentful. Oh no, of course, I think it's completely normal for someone to just not be that interested in another person. I've broken up with people where that was the reason. What I'm saying is, when you're on the receiving end of that, it doesn't feel reasonable. It feels awful. Now, there's a starting hand. Yeah, Mono Red, bring it on. Bring it on. I'm not afraid anymore. Alright. Oh my god! The sloth to the rescue, yes. What a reliable slothy pal. Well, the Llanowar Elf risked his life to die to a chain whirler. Venface says, damn, will you make a sloth noise? Sure. It's my sloth noise. Thoughts? This game's going great. We have already gobbled up billions and billions of points of burn. Technically, I should have Nissa'd first, play the Force second. God, this game is going incredibly well. If we lose this game, it's just evidence that our deck is shit. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Oh, Nissa, who shakes my heart, Nissa. Oh, I missed you. Get in there, Nissa. Oh, attack. Flicker the screen. You ever notice that when you go, when you on something, right? It's always a very toned, must be a various toned sort of musing. Just, right? It's kind of like that. Or, right? It's never one note. If someone's like, what would you like to order? You're never like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nah, I can't nuke it yet. Can't nuke it, can't do it. Do you know the answer? Let me think about that. That's how I'm gonna start humming. Whoa, whoa. Give me a land. That's what I'm talking about. I'm a worm! Ah! See, Pelakka Wurm slams so much more thickly than some weak, pathetic baby dick biogenic ooze. Ew, no thank you. I can nuke those boys. Library. Library. Let's see what our opponent does here. Good. We're going to hold on to this. Force our opponent to commit through. Use our Arboreal Grazer as a blocker. Our Arboreal blocker. Why not bump it to 4 and nuke the Frenzy? Takes a long time, dude. I'm here to win. See, the problem that we're trying to deal with is that we need to end this game super fast. Super duperly. And this is how we do it. Your opponent messed up. Woo! That's it. That's GG. And by clearing out those puppers,
Together, we will prevail.
we then set ourselves up for lethal on this turn. So, this killing them seems a little bit better than killing the Frenzy and then trying to wait a few turns, you know what I mean? Love Pelakka Wurm against red. I love Pelakka Wurm. He's my best friend. My best friend. There's no one who is a human who loves me more than the concept of a card. The greediest keep you'll see today. The greediest keep. Lord Sidious says, Dan, I may ask you a question that's concerning my exam paper, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, let's hear it, dude. Bing and bong. I think I'm done eating. I'm tired of eating. Ow! Whoa! Okay, I see what you are and what you claim to be now. Can you imagine taking a trip to get their city and just being a Nissa? Being a Nissa summoner, and then we can Pelakka Pal and close this pupper out? You know what I mean? Yeah, play another 1 mana. Oh my god. It's the worst. Between 325 characters says, hey, I hope everyone is having a good day. I like that attitude. Just coming on in being like, hey, enjoy yourself. Boy, wow. Someone should absolutely check the server logs. Because I think day 9 is fucking stream hacking. Ah, Batman. I'm going to go ahead and not play the Incubation Druid. We already have more than enough mana to Pelakka Pal and summon up an army of land. Malice Marshal, not a problem. Is that really what you want to do? Bang, bong.
Do not test me.
Dude, this is an unlosable game. Said Sean, wondering if he should really commit to that statement.
Rise, my elemental friend.
I mean, this is amazing. Lord City says, so I work with young people from 6 to 18 years old. A lot of them game. Also my workplace. To what degree would you say that being physically active, or at least physically healthy, correlates to your mental capacity when gaming? I think that there is... So I don't know a lot about the research that connects physical activity to gaming performance. However, I do know that there's a lot of research that shows that games are actually very difficult. And they are things that where one's cognitive abilities both get developed and are tested by playing in games. And there is also an overwhelming amount of research that demonstrates that when you are exercising, people perform better on a variety of mental tasks. Now, there's like overwhelming evidence for that. I mean, it's almost like there's so much I don't even know where to like point you in the direction. So I mean, like that's sort of the. I think that if you can just make that gap between like physical activity helps with cognitive activities. Being better cognitively helps with games, and you can just connect those two together. That at least would be... I were working on that. That's how I would try to explore and explain that correlation. All right, let's just end some games and some lives. Whoa! All right, let's get that city's blessing. Let's tap, and then let's untap. This is the most I've ever murdered an aggressive deck with this deck. FWIW. Yeah, I'm thinking all of those. And I'm thinking we just go. Ah! Batman, I'm still burning. I really want to do this. Alright, just 2 more wins. I want so much so for this big janky deck to bring us all the way to the M ranks. The first season, we did it with a homebrewed Naya control. We've hit Mythic with a... I'll still keep it. We've hit Mythic with a Selesnya tokens that's basically just... It was just a solid Selesnya tokens list. I basically reappropriated a top list from Prior Meta. Is this a guild gate or a dragon? Okay, it's a Dragon Skull Summit. Well, this is a very, very awkward looking opening for Beezus. These might be the only 2 lands that Beezus has. Yes. Say yes to the assess. That actually does seem really useful for the next turn. Muiz, have you tried Evolution Sage in this deck? If you -8 with Nissa, you can get 20/20 lands. Evolution Sage seems, intuitively to me, it seems rather weak. By the way, I am not going to fuck around. I'm just going to get swollen here. Now we graveyard. Now we graveyard. See, Evolution Sage feels like one of those moments where, like, I'm gonna dumpster someone when I'm -8ing Nissa anyways. If I'm dumpstering someone when I'm -8ing Nissa anyways, it doesn't necessarily feel like getting a 20/20 land helps me much more. You know what I mean? Like, the problem I have is staying alive. Oh my god, that's so great. Lord Sidious is just a little fun fact. A lot of the young people I work with watch your stream and even more your YouTube content. And speaking as someone who works with them on a day-to-day basis, you have an amazing impact on their mentality towards gaming. Yeah! Hell yes! Gaming is life! And I feel like gaming has taught me more about myself than anything I have ever done. I think it's probably better to shoot for a ultra-fast Nissa. Probably gonna get thought erasured, but come on, tap land, tap land, tap land. Come on, everyone, tap land, tap land. Don't, no, don't thought erase me. Just pass, pass. Ah, ball sacks. All right, fine. Let's just, you know what? Let's peel a Nissa right off the top. Let's peel a Nissa right off the top. I'm actually curious, Lord Sidious, without naming any names, what's the type of impacts that some young gamers experience from content creators that really hurt them? What are the types of negative things? Because, I mean, like, I most of the time when I'm streaming, I'm only aware of what I'm saying. Alright, you know what? Let's just get rid of my Jadelight Ranger. That's the real threat. So again, I'm not curious about the name of anyone. I'm curious about the types of messagings and messages that you feel like are unhealthy. What is going on with Trash Number? What is going on with Trash Number? What's going on with Trash Number? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I mean, I suppose plausibly it's something like a... Let's not do that. Now let's do that. So let's see, we're going to want a blast zone, and then I think we actually just want... No. I want the Karn's Bastion in the forests.
I protect that which cannot protect itself.
I mean, maybe there's an Elder spell in the hand. Bleeding Edge. Right, sure. It's A-okay by me, your pal Sean. So we're obviously not going to use this. We're going to use this. We're going to go ahead and... Graveyard. We don't want one of those. We want some of our juicy planeswalkers, such as this. I would have had enough mana to Karn's Bastion. Man, I keep just miscounting. Now, it is possible that a Ritual of Soot comes down, and I would be more than content with this. Cool says, a lot of visible streamers don't seem to treat people with respect. Yeah, that's one thing that I think is highly... Yeah, you can make me discard a non-land card! Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So we win next turn, yeah. I'll get this one out of here. Great. Alright, one more to go. 0 more to go. Alright, I need to be better about keeping track. We did it. We did. We hit Mythic, finally. We hit Mythic with a big pile of cards! Oh my god, this is the most fun deck I have played in a million years. Alright, this is getting...